What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah coming to you again from Bucko's Locker. Today's video is about the Bucs free agent signings for this year, for the 2017-2018 season. I'm going to give my thoughts on this class, and I'm also giving my grade at the end. So let's get right to it, folks. Let's start talking about this class. First signing. The biggest signing of this whole class is DeSean Jackson. And I've made a video about how I feel about the DeSean Jackson signing. Okay, I got some pushback on it through some of my subscribers, which is okay. I can understand I got some pushback on that signing, but I was trying to be objective. Looking at the bigger picture, folks. I wasn't trying to be negative about the signing or anything like that. I just wanted y'all to see the breakdown. We basically gave DeSean a 3-year, $35 million contract. $20 million guaranteed for the 2017, 2018, and 2019 season. So it's basically a 2-year deal, folks. I mean, let's be honest. It's a 2-year deal. But anyway, I'm expecting big things from DeSean Jackson. I know he's capable of giving us the big play threat that we've been asking for a while. I'm glad that they made this signing. So the defenses will respect our passing game even better now. Mike Evans won't get targeted so much. I believe Mike Evans was the most targeted receiver last year, which is not a good look. Now, granted, more targets than Mike Evans, the better, but that was just way too much. It was way too much player usage. Of course, we got Cameron Brake and Adam Humphrey, so we got some guys, that can catch the ball. And I'm pretty sure we're going to address some of that in the draft too, drafting a couple of receivers and maybe a tight end. But I ain't going to talk about the draft because it's not about the draft. It's about the free agent signing. So DeSean Jackson will give us the big play opportunities down the field. Jameis Winston, hopefully he's been working on his deep ball accuracy, and he can get with Mike Evans and DeSean now and start working on that now at OTAs and training camp, because I'm expecting big things with this signing. Being that the caliber of player that DeSean is, he should come on the field this year and put up a minimal of 800 to 1,100 yards, period. At least 50 to 70 catches, period. He's that good of a player, and I'm expecting that. I'm not expecting nothing less. High expectations on DeSean Jackson. That's some pressure, and I understand he has some pressure on him. So we'll see. My next signing I want to talk about is our next biggest signing was Chris Baker, another Washington Redskins player that we took. We signed a 3-year, $15 million deal, $9 million guaranteed for a good defensive lineman. I've watched him. He's actually pretty good. He actually can play in multiple fronts. He can play in the 3-4, the 5 technique. He can play in the 4-3, the 3 technique. He can give Gerald McCoy some spell, some rest. He can spell him for a couple plays. He can rush on the defense. He can rush on the defensive end. Our run defense is going to improve even more. Gerald McCoy is going to get opportunities to rest. We have Clint McDonald, Robert Ayers, William Golston, Noah Spence, Jacquies Smith, so we pretty deep on the line. We have a very talented defensive line up and down, very multiple facet front that can play multiple type of defenses. But Chris Baker is a big signing. That was very good, and he's going to improve our defense even more with his presence. I'm expecting some good things out of him too. My next signing I want to talk about, which I think is the third biggest signing, Jacquizz Rodgers. I'm glad we re-signed him, being that we have a situation with Doug Martin off the field and on the field. So Doug Martin has two things going against him right now. On the field, he didn't produce after we gave him that big contract, and off the field, he got hit with some PED suspension. So he's serving a 3-game suspension at the beginning of the year because he did 1 game already, which was the last game of the season. I'm very disappointed in Doug Martin. So with this signing with Jacquizz Jacquizz Rodgers was big for us. We needed him back. He was a good third down back when he's on the field and he's healthy because he can be injury prone. He can produce. He was averaging 4 yards a carry. He was doing way better than Doug Martin when the ball's in his hands. He can catch better. He just gave us a lot more than Doug Martin, and he was a lot cheaper. And we gave him a 2-year, $3.3 million deal. So congratulations to Jacquizz Rodgers. Happy to have you back. I'm expecting some good things out of you. Dirk know how to use you, so that's good. The next signing I want to talk about is J.J. Wilcox. That is another good signing. I know he's not the safety that we really wanted. I know we wanted Eric Berry or Tony Jefferson or T.J. McDonald, but the price is too high, and we're not going to spend that much money on a guy. We're not going to spend big money on the safety act. Well, that pretty much was known. J.J. Wilcox, he's coming from the Dallas Cowboys. So he's coming to our team. Basically, he will be a starting safety. It will be him and Keith Tandy will be starting in the starting safeties. That's point blank period. And I'll tell you why in the next little part I'll talk about in a second. But J.J. Wilcox brings some thump to the secondary. He's a big hitter. Sometimes he tends to be too aggressive, which makes me believe he'll be a strong safety because he can lay the wood. He's an in-the-box safety. Very aggressive against the run. His pass defense is okay. He can get beat at times. But he's aggressive, so we'll see how Dirk Cutter or Mike Smith uses him. He's kind of like a DJ Swearinger, but better and more faster. You know what I'm saying? And better football IQ. So I'm looking forward to some good things with J.J. Wilcox. We gave him a 2 or 3 year deal. I didn't get the information on that details-wise, but it was a short deal. My next sign I want to talk about is Chris Conte. We re-signed Chris Conte, and I've seen people talk about this. I've been poked by some of my subscribers to talk about this. Folks, my outtake or my outlook on the Chris Conte re-signing him, we re-signed him to a backup, basically. It was a backup deal. If you look at the numbers, his contract, it's a 2-year, $5 million deal with a $7 million top out if he reaches his performance incentives, if he reaches certain numbers. And Chris Conte is no longer our starting safety. That was well documented in the last 6 to 8 games with Keith Tandy coming in and shining. Keith Tandy played better than Chris Conte and didn't even play the whole season. So I don't know what Mike Smith had him on the bench for, but Keith Tandy balled out, and he improved our secondary and our defense overall. Teams will respect Keith Tandy because he has good ball instincts and good football IQ. He's in position to make tackles and interceptions, unlike Chris Conte. And I've been adamant about Chris Conte's football skills. He's slow. He always chasing. He doesn't tackle very well. He doesn't cover very well. He's okay. He's an average, below average safety. So he basically will be a backup. So if anybody was get hurt, we do have somebody that can come in and can play. So there you have it with Chris Conte. My thoughts on that. And I don't know what we're going to do with Bradley McDougald. We haven't re-signed him yet. I'm pretty sure we're going to address the secondary again in the draft with a safety in the 2nd or 3rd round. But I'll talk about that in another video. The next one I want to talk about is Jacquies Smith. We signed him to a 1-year tender. 1 year, $1.8 million. Any team can match that tender or match that offer. It's a low tender. I don't think anybody's going to match that. He's going to end up staying with us. Prior to his injury, when he tore his ACL, we was expecting big things out of Jacquies Smith. And the 2 years prior to his injury, he posted like I think 6.5, 7.5 sacks back-to-back years, and he basically was on the verge of a breakout year. So basically, this deal tells me this is a 1-year prove-it-to-me deal. So I think Jacquies will come back. Jacquies will come back and shine post ACL. So I'm expecting him to come in there and give us a good pass rush with Noah Spence on pass rushing downs. And I can picture it now. Jacquies Smith, Noah Spence on the edges, Robert Ayers, Gerald McCoy in the middle. I'm going to call it the NASCAR package on 3rd down. So if it's 3rd and long quarterbacks, you better look out because we got 4 people that can rush the quarterback. And I'm pretty sure we'll address that in the draft too with another defensive end. But like I said, I'll talk about the draft in another video. And the next signing I want to talk about, or it's kind of a loss, and a re-signing. Russell Shepard. Russell Shepard is going to our divisional rival, the Carolina Panthers. He's going to the Carolina Panthers, folks. Reason being, I can understand the reason of him going over there. He wants to catch the ball. I understand that. And I have no hard feelings towards Russell Shepard. He gave us some good years. But he wants to shine a little bit. But his special teams will be contribution on special teams will be sorely missed. He was a big reason why our special teams was one of the top 10 in the NFL. Him and Josh Robinson, which we did re-sign Josh Robinson. I'm glad we did. It was like a 2-year deal for like $6 million or something like that. So now Josh Robinson will be our ace. But with them two at the edges, man, teams could not return punts against us. We was in the top 5 for as far as punt return yards and yards per punt return. So teams can't, mess with us on special teams. Hopefully we can replace Russell Shepard, which I think we will through the draft in the 6th, 7th round, or maybe undrafted free agent with similar skill sets. Other than that, we're still looking at a couple people. I think we're looking at some guards, some backup people. I heard we was looking at T.J. Lang, but he got signed through somebody else. And we was looking at some centers, but I don't know. But I think we should go after a center or move Ali Marpet to center. I'm not a big fan of Joe Holly. That's been well documented and well noted too. So hopefully we can pick somebody up in free agency as far as the center/guard. I don't know what's up with J.R. Sweezy. Is he going to come back from his injury? We'll get him a nice big contract to be a left guard. We'll see. But overall, I'm going to give the free agency class grade of B-, B+. With DeSean Jackson, the biggest signing this year. He is the big signing. He's the big elephant in the room. We expecting a lot of things out of him. And like I said, there's a lot of pressure on him, but hey, he's an NFL veteran. He should be able to handle it. I like what Jason Leich and Dirk Cutter doing. That they're a good general manager head coach combination. They've improved the defense and also helped the offense at the same time. I like that. So I'm looking forward to big things. So with that being said, I'm happy with the moves. This is Isaiah coming to you from Bucko's Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and also, I for the haters, of course, you can always hate in the comment section. Signing out. Peace.